I'm Samantha Newton, a family lawyer at Ashford's in our specialist family law. Today I'm providing an overview about collaborative family law. I hope that this short video will provide a useful overview about what collaborative law is, a bit about the process, and also who the process is right for. So firstly, what is collaborative family law? Well, collaborative family law is just one option available to separating couples who would like support in the process. The end of a relationship is an incredibly emotional time, and adding acrimonious legal correspondence or court proceedings does very little in my experience to heal these wounds. Working collaboratively is a more informal way of discussing options and working towards constructive solutions. Importantly, with everyone keeping firmly in mind your family and considering how solutions would work for each of you and ultimately coming up with something that is fair. We will help you explore the options and choices you have with the aim of you reaching a decision which works best for you all. It is a process where each of you and your partner will instruct a trained collaborative lawyer, and discussions are conducted by a series of meetings between both of you and your lawyers as a four, rather than lots of correspondence back and forth. As a couple, you and your lawyers will make a real commitment to resolve the issues without going to court, and to approach the discussions according to an agreed set of behaviours. As your lawyers, we are there to give you advice, help you come up with the solutions, and the decisions are really then yours to make, so it creates a really fluid process that suits you and your partner. We can also access other professionals to assist in reaching a suitable outcome during the process and bring them into the meetings. This might include financial advisors, for example, or experts for specific advice. All of the discussions are without prejudice. This means that you can really share ideas and proposals that perhaps you might not have otherwise have thought of, without being concerned that the information that you share might be used against you in some way. Collaborative lawyers work with you both to make sure you feel comfortable, at a pace which suits you, and will take you through the process step by step, whilst also providing advice along the way. The aim is that with the benefit of our advice and assistance, it will be possible for you to reach a solution that you have both come up with yourselves and that you each feel is fair. So what is the process and what does it involve? Well, the first step is for you to meet with a collaboratively trained lawyer. You need to make sure that the lawyer that you choose is somebody that you feel that you can really work with. The collaborative lawyer will help you explore all of the different options available to you, and also to explore whether the collaborative process is right for you, having considered the circumstances that you've described. We would usually then provide you with a leaflet which you can then pass on to your partner, which sets out a bit more about the process. And your partner would then have the opportunity to go and speak to a collaborative lawyer of their own. If you both decide that this is a process that you would like to take, the collaborative lawyers then usually meet together. This is firstly to build rapport, because we will have to support each other during the process, but also to discuss any particular sensitivities that either of us have identified in the initial meetings, and also to highlight any urgent or interim issues that we need to deal with. Before the first joint meeting as a four, we will also then circulate the written agreement which sets out the agreed set of behaviours, and also this all-important commitment not to go to court. You'll have a good opportunity to review that beforehand, and that document is then usually signed at the first meeting. Also at the first meeting, you and your partner will be given the opportunity to share and set out your own objectives for the process and what you each want to achieve. We call this an anchor statement, and your collaborative lawyer will usually help you prepare for this before the meeting. It's a really important part of the meeting, and it will enable us to come back to this if there are any bumps in the road. It can be really quite emotive to hear the anchor statement of your partner, and can really help keep you both cemented in the process. What we discuss at the first meeting and subsequent meetings is really to be guided by you and your partner, and there is no one size fits all. At the first meeting, we might discuss other interim issues, such as interim finances, child arrangements, or perhaps mapping out how you both want to approach the formalising of your separation. We will then set an agenda for the next meeting and really map out the subsequent items that you would each like to discuss and identify any documents that you might need to provide. In terms of the number of four-way meetings, this really depends on you both as a couple. And in some situations, we might only need a couple of meetings, whereas in others, we may need 5 or 6. Your collaborative lawyers will be able to discuss this with you as the process develops. Once an agreement is reached, the lawyers can then put that agreement into effect, obtaining a court order where needed to provide a legally binding agreement. So is the process right for me? Well, if you have a genuine desire to reach an agreement that is fair to the whole family, rather than being positional or overly constrained by legal rights, and you have a willingness to disclose fully and honestly information about all of your own finances and those of you as a family, as well as a real commitment to reaching a solution without going to court, then the process probably is right for you. In its simplest form, collaborative family law is about sitting around a table with your partner and your chosen lawyers to help come up with solutions that work for you both as a family and really getting to road test these. I also thought it would be helpful just to touch on why I chose to be a collaborative family lawyer. As a family lawyer, I see the best and the worst in people, and I'm in a really trusted position to be able to help individuals through one of the most difficult points in their lives. Consequently, I've always been looking for ways to help clients reach these aims. And I wanted to be able to offer clients an alternative to the traditional lawyer-led negotiation. Separation is a major event in an individual's life, and collaborative law really helps couples to maintain dignity and respect and also control within the process. It's a really powerful process, and particularly for those who are parents that want to maintain a good relationship in the future, as they'll continue to be parents to the children for the rest of their children's lives. As family lawyers, and in the trusted position that we are, I believe there's a huge amount that we can do to help clients limit the turmoil caused by a separation. One of those things is to help clients navigate their separations amicably, and collaborative family law is absolutely a way that we can achieve that. I'm also very pleased to update that over the past 12 months, despite the pandemic, we've been able to continue to offer our collaborative practice by running virtual meetings rather than face-to-face. We've been successful in helping clients navigate their separation using a series of virtual meetings. And so whilst there is never any replacement for face-to-face meetings, geographically it's really opened up our ability to help clients even further afield. If you would like to discuss collaborative family law or any other family law issues in more detail, please feel free to contact me.